Okay, so here we go, Rob. We're gonna play against Elspeth Tyrol. So you can reshuffle them, and every time you reshuffle, you lose one card. You can start with 7, but if you reshuffle once, you start with 6. You don't want to start with less cards than the opponent, so we'll just take what they give us. And they go first, so there's their land cards that they play. And these are the steps that you can take. Okay, so they played something, because it only cost 1 mana. You see that one little snowflake there? That means one of their type of land that they need to tap for mana. And it's Golden Glow Moth. It's flying. Whenever Golden Glow Moth blocks, you may gain 4 life. So if I attack and they block with this, then they get 4 life. Everybody starts with 20. The object of the game is to get the opponent to 0, and you do that by successfully attacking the character, but the character can block with enchantments, spells, and creatures that they play. So I will play, my first is a land. I don't have anything that costs 1 land for mana. So there they play their land again. So these are the different steps that you take. So he plays something here. It costs 1. It's called the Suntail Hawk. It's a flying. It's a creature. 1/1, 1 attack, 1 defense. So it's attack, defense, and it's 1/1. So let's see if I can pause. We'll stop timer, and we'll show you. These are the cards that I got dealt. Now I need more mana because everything I have, he costs 2. See? That 1 means it costs 1 of any type of land, and then the flame means it has to at least have 1 of any type and 1 flame. So 2 total. Nope, we don't want that. We want to show you. So this is one of the creatures. He's a 2/1. 2 attack, 1 defense. This guy is a 1/1, but it doesn't matter. You don't use him for attack or defense. You tap him. You don't have to. It doesn't cost any mana to tap him, but you tap him every turn, and he does 1 damage to either a creature or a player. A giant, a hill giant, 3 attack, 3 defense. Elemental is a 4 attack, 1 defense. Haste means that as soon as I play it, I can attack with it. Maybe I'll talk about that later. Artifact. This is a constant effect. So whenever I play a red spell, a spell is anything that I put on the board. An artifact. Anytime I tap my character to do 1 damage. Anytime I play anything. Like if I put this guy out on the board, that's a spell. That's considered a spell. So I would get 1 life for that. Which with this deck is impossible to beat me because I have 2 of these cards in here. So every time I play something, I get 2 life. So even if they attack me and do like 6 damage, it only takes me a couple turns to get it all back. This is an enchantment. I can discard a land and do 2 damage to a target creature or player. It kind of sucks. This isn't bad. This one costs 5, 4 of any kind and 1 flame at least. Does 5 damage to the target player. And of course, they only have 20, so that can do a lot of damage. So we'll restart the timer. Well, I figure we'll do this first. These are the main things you can do. The first main right there, is when it becomes your turn and you can play your cards. Attack. The attack phase is where you decide which cards you have on the board, which I have none of. He has 2, I have none. Then you choose which ones can attack. And once you've chosen to attack, then they can choose to defend. And you choose to defend based upon your attack and defend abilities that your cards have. And let's say I play something that's 4/1, right? This is a 4/1, 4 attack, 1 defense, and they decide to block with that falcon. That's a 1/1. Well, that would only do 1 damage to my elemental here, but that's all it's got in defense. So it would cancel each other out. Instead of taking 4 damage to the character, taking it down to 16 from 20, that character's target would die. The red-tailed hawk or whatever it's got there would die, and my elemental would die. They would take no damage, and they would have successfully blocked my attack. So that's really how the game goes. You play as land when you get it. You have to have mana put out to play your creatures, and you want to have your creatures with highest attack and defense as possible so that you can take their 20 down to 0 and win. So that's the whole game.